And we're live.
We are live.
I didn't expect the Pickems early. Did you?
Who didn't expect this one? Didn't see this one coming.
I want to make sure we got it done this week just because last week we did not get to, and it was week 1 of SPL and everybody was hyping. But this week, guys, don't worry. This week we are really picking them.
We are really not only just picking them, but we are sticking to them.
That's it. We're talking about the matchups, the good, the bad, the Billy.
The good, the bad, the Billy.
That's all they need.
It's not ugly, it's Billy.
That double-edged damage. College education or draft stream, tough decision. You know what they say? You can always go back to college.
Exactly. You could go back to college anytime you want. This draft stream's only once.
Yep. Doesn't become
You
a
only
video
live once,
after.
right? Is that the saying?
That's the motto of our draft.
Yep.
You only live once, or else.
Or else it's over.
What's good, everybody? We're gonna have a great week this week. I was very happy about week 1. A lot of great games all around. A lot of support from everybody. Keep supporting everybody, of course. It feels weird seeing me 1-0. Ain't that the truth, fam? You know, I got Mr. 01 in this call with me as well for every other draft league we've ever done. How's it feel to be 1-0 for once, Envy? Marcus, thank
Feels
you,
pretty
buddy.
good. What? Wait, did I go 0-1 in season 1 or 1-0?
Pretty sure you went 0-1, just like me, buddy.
Who did I beat week 1? Hold on. I need to see.
I think you lost week 1. My favorite week 1 moment out of every game? Gator saying, I think I'm
I
winning.
in fact
but I'm
won
not
week
sure.
1. That was versus Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
I did win one.
You're right.
The SPL has been my good luck charm for week 1s.
What are your 2 best recommendations for mocking when you don't have access to much outside help? Did you ever used to mock yourself? I actually just theory monned a lot before I started mocking, but
Yeah.
Amel mocks himself and he's really good and he's really creative with his builds. So you can definitely mock yourself. You can also ask in other draft servers. I know a lot of people do that in my regular server, my actual server. I know people do that in SPL as well, as long as other people aren't there. It's hard though because you want to trust the right person, right?
Exactly, and
What's
no
going
better
on,
person than to
Bandito?
trust yourself.
Not draft related, but when you build Pokemon teams, do you leave Terra for after you have all 6 months? Not after I have all 6 months. Sometimes you know what mon I want or what I want for it. Some Terras are kind of standard too. Hey X. Let me look at this. Yeah, mocking is definitely yeah, my favorite moment from week 1 besides that part for Gator. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of fun stuff. The Supercell Slam missing was just poetic. That was funny. Oh, Drew's side versus MD was really funny.
Oh, with the little edit thing.
Yeah, the edit was hilarious.
Yeah, that was actually really funny. I had to go see what his reaction was because, see, like even before all of that in the chat, as soon as I did the rage fist afterwards, he was like in all caps, super excited about that play. So I knew something was coming for that in the video.
Oh, Shuckles was hilarious too. Shuckles' entire skit was... The people who left early on the stream during the skit, they just missed the entire punchline. And then in the battle, when he was taking a shot, eating a nugget or flinging water, or flinging nuggets or
It's
drinking
not that
water,
he
it
was
was
just
so funny.
he was just throwing nuggets at Kyle.
Do you ever mock with your opponent's team so you can see a flow they might go for it? So I mock with Envy sometimes, and sometimes when we're in a bad situation and want to figure out the team, I'll tell him to use my version of the team that I built, so like what I built to fight him, and then so he'll use his opponents, and I'll use the team he did, and we'll try to figure out what like line is best to deal with stuff. That doesn't happen a lot, but we've done that before.
Yeah.
I just made it to my first month goal of 115. Now I got my actual goal at 200 subs for January. Hell yeah, fam! Congratulations. So glad I found this league. It's been a joy to watch all these draft streams every week. Such a cool concept. I'm glad you're liking this, Alamus. I really am. It's going to be a good time. We're going to keep it going. After SPL Season 2, we're probably going to jump to a new league. SPL is just going to be there for special occasions, big stuff, new things, etc., etc. But I'm very happy to have the list of coaches we have, and Yeah. Should we just talk, bro?
I'm down, bro. I'm down. Let's talk. How's it going, bro?
It's going well. It's going well. Thank you.
Nice, nice.
Thank you for asking.
You gonna ask me how I'm doing?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, bro. Thanks. Thanks for asking.
Would you ever do a VGC draft? I'll be honest, not as appealing to me, though MV and I have been in Team Not Scald, and we've made it to finals before, and we had some really fun techs like Toxic Spikes, Sweeping, and things like that before it was cool.
Yeah. Basically, before it was even heard of in VGC.
Any chance WB is coming back? I mean, Dan did give me full rights to it if I want it, but because I ran WB single side, but I'm fine without it. I might invite some coaches here or there, play some leagues with them, but I don't think there's enough. Ooh, nice ammo, nice. All right, I think we're gonna put out the poll and then we'll start, right?
Let's do it.
I never get the free 5 members or free 10 members, and it gets me really sad. Like
Life isn't free.
No, I know, but I know that there's YouTube. You're supposed to get free 10
Sometimes you
members
gotta
once a month.
pay.
I don't get.
Yeah,
I don't
true.
get the free 10 members once a month from my stream. I'm for it.
Did you ask the 10 members why it's not free?
I don't know. You're right. I should have.
Exactly.
All right. So start the poll in the first game. Now this is one I'm very excited for. This is obviously Shady's week 2 game, and both Shady and Seabat are coming off of a loss. We see that Chimpact did beat Chase, and then I obviously beat Shady. Very interesting matchup. Chase actually made a lot of changes to his team for week 3, which is going to be fun to talk about next week. But as of right here, immediate threats, gouging fire, right? Like gouging fire is just the threat.
Always a threat.
Doesn't matter if you have landers. Even max defensive landers taking like 90% from up to 90% from a neutral flare blitz, photosynthesis boosted. So if you Dragon Dance is bringing Intimidate, it still takes 76 to 90%. I know that calc like off the top of my head in the sun, which is insane how strong it is. So I think that's the biggest threat on Seabat's team.
It has no switch-ins.
Literally.
It has no switch-ins at all.
I'm actually not that worried about Walking Wake in this matchup. Between AV Archaludon, Serena, Terra, Fairy, Magmortar. I remember when I fought Drew? He had Sun.
Yep.
I had Delphox. I would run AV, Terra, Fairy, Magmortar. They already played by it. Everybody already played. So I would run AV, Terra, Fairy, Magmortar, specifically designed to knock out Walking Wake. It's also good into Sandy Shocks, good into Ninetales with Scorching Sands, etc., etc. Good into Corviknight. Well, it literally has one bad matchup, which is Gouging Fire. I guess Lilligant too. But I think between Spidef Rotom, AV Archaludon, AV Magmortar, etc., shoot, even Grassy Glide, like, Wake is not the biggest problems. It's definitely Gouging Fire. That one is a monster.
Yeah, it doesn't seem as scary just because there's more switch-ins. Gouging Fire, on the other hand, could just click Flare Blitz or Heat Crash or whatever and just start doing a lot of damage, especially in the sun. You put a Choice Band on that, bro, and get plus attack.
Dude, like, that's what I'm saying, too. Like, Choice Band 2 just gets a kill. Doesn't matter what it is. Even Flare Blitz is 2 a KO on Rotom. Like, in the sun, yep. Photosynthesis boosted.
Oh, easily, yeah.
I definitely think that Chase can start just running Choice Band on things if he really wants to. That's a... Like, Shady's counterplay to Gouging Fire is, like, Scarf Azelf, Scarf Zoroark, Unburdened Sneasler, or Scarf. And then Defensive Lander, which is, again, barely an answer. Like, it's just... It's going to have to kill itself in this matchup. But yeah, don't worry. Ali actually getting games in on time. Oh, we're ahead. We're all playing our week 3 this week. It's really nice. Yeah, Ban Fire specifically. I don't think Specs Wake is that great. I think it's going to get smoked by AV Magmortar. Like, legitimately. And Magmortar comes in on so many Pokemon. It's, like, very, very free.
What do you think his Terra's going to bring?
Well, Shady should bring Magmortar for sure. If I'm Chase, I don't even know if you bring a Terra this one. Because he doesn't have Fairy on Miss Magius, right? So you can't really abuse that. I don't even think you need Greedent. If I'm Chase, I literally bring the top 4, Ninetales, and either Lilligant or Sandy Shocks. I think I like Lilligant more than Sandy Shocks, and I think you can swap between Weezing and Sandy Shocks. The reason I think you need Gouging Fire because it's broken. I think Wake is also just really strong. I don't think it's broken, but it's just strong. I think Corviknight just gives you Lando, Pivot, Sneasler, switching, same thing as Weezing as well, which is why I don't know if he needs both of them. But also, Defog can be cool too. And then I think that Lilligant is also like the reason I think Lilligant's so good with Gouging Fire is because both of them weaken Landers. Lilligant also has Triple Axle or Ice Spinner. He can run Yachi Berry on Landers, I guess. But like if it gets weakened by Gouging Fire, then it's just cooked. From Shady's side, I like Grimmsnarl. I think clicking Thunder Wave is very good. Like I think that's very important here. I think even screens are very good too. I like Magmortar. I like Rotom. I think Spit F Rotom will handle Walking Wake. You can even run Citrus Bear if you want. You can just Thunder Wave things. I think Boots Fire is fine. You think Gouging Fire runs Jolly? Yeah. I don't think there's a reason not to. Just because it lets it outspeed both Lando, but as well as Archaludon.
Maybe a nice Gravity Lando for this matchup.
Ooh. Yeah. Actually, yeah. If you don't want to use Gravity, though, you could always just use Weather Ball.
Yeah, Weather Ball.
Because Earthquake, Stealth Rock, U-Turn, Weather Ball is the same as Gravity.
Weather Ball hit Corviknights in the sun. Well, it's all dependent on Sun, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, Sun should come, I think. I would also say that one of the downsides of Gravity is like if he sets up spikes with Sandy Shocks and you get hit by them, it's a little annoying. Azoth is super good. Yeah, Pokefan, I agree with you. Azoth has no good switch-ins.
Oh yeah, the coverage that it has is incredible. You got your Psychic Fire and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you need, right? Like, I don't think Hoopa's that great in this game because look at the amount of U-turn on Shady's team.
Yep.
Like, Azoth is stupid good. It's stupid good here. For sure. Sub-Walking Wake could be pretty cool. It gets Parting Shot on them. Would Rain be a good idea for Shady? I think it's actually a fine idea. Rain into Archaludon sounds very fun, too.
Ooh, Rain.
Like, Rain into Assault Vest Archaludon can't be killed. That's pretty cool.
And he has options to set up Rain, too, with... I think Grimmsnarl gets it, right?
Nah, unfortunately not. But Azoth and Rotom do.
Rotom get it. Yep. Very nice. Very nice.
Gravity being a signature move would be so nasty. I don't know how it kills Morning Sun Gouging Fire. I think if Gouging Fire goes for anything that's not attacks or setup, then it can die. I don't think, I think Morning Sun is a little bit because you get Thunder Wave, you take too much damage. I would personally just always attack with Gouging Fire. Yeah, Azoth really loves this matchup. It's really even though, I feel. Like, this matchup is going to be close. I think it comes down to precision. I really freaking like Magmortar here, though. Like, a lot.
It is close. I feel like both sides have things that just can do really good damage to each other.
Yeah, I agree. Like, what stops Terra Blast, Fairy, Scorching Sands, Flamethrower, Magmortar? Assault Vest. He leads off with it into Ninetales. He literally just clicks Scorching Sands, switches Walking Wake, Terra Fairies, eats Hydro Steam.
Oh, yeah. You set the sun up for Magmortar, you're gonna get cooked.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even Specs Specs technically gets a kill too, but I think AV is just better. Like, guaranteeing that you live a hit. Also, Flame Body for potentially Lilligant who touches it. It's just so nice. I think Grim Parting Shotting and maybe even set up a screen. I like Reflect more than Light Screen this game. Just because the demons. How do you stop Lilligant? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I can tell you how to stop Lilligant.
Tell me.
You'd use Terrafire Thwacky.
Dude, it's going to take like 90% from close combat. Why'd you become a fire type for Triple Axle?
Yep. You become fire type for Triple Axle.
Yes, they both lost
branch poke. No additional effect.
CB Marcus, is it actually possible in future? And I just want to know if it's possible in the future. Can we have records on their thing? I would have to check though to make sure no records get spoiled because obviously if you're going with our doc, we do update it earlier. But would that be something like that could be added or? Actually, I could just add it myself to be honest. I could probably just add it myself. I think that's easy. With text. Let me just add it right now. Actually, I can do records. Fire. Text. Both 0 and 1. There you go.
I like the big text.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it black too. That way you can actually read it.
Yep.
There you go. So,
very nice.
Very big game, obviously, because one of them is going to be looking for. One of them's going to obviously want their wins here. Is there another hidden Glimmet here to find? Ooh, you did one for this season already? Hell yeah. Have How you feel about bulk up Temper Flare Grimmsnarl in this matchup? I think that'd be pretty cool. I think just the issue is that Sucker Punch is a little bit weak, even at +1. Like, you're not killing Wake, you're not killing Gouging Fire. And I think Gouging Fire is still cooking Flare Blitz or not even Flare Blitz, but Heat Crash. Does Rocky Helmet Fits that Fernando kind of sit on Gouging Fire? No, my friend. No. Let me give you this scenario. Physically defensive Landorus, max, Intimidate. Gouging Fire has Dragon Dance up in the sun. So does Pro Senses boost as +1. Landorus comes out. It's now at neutral with +1. Or neutral with the Pro Senses boost. You go for Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz does 76 to 90% in the sun. Literally. Like, quite literally. Let me get the actual calc, but I'm pretty sure that is the calc off the top of my head. Gouging Fire in the sun.
Thank you for the birthday wish. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Landorus, Therian. OU defensive. In the sun. 77 to 91%. Yep, I'm literally right. So, like, it does not sit. And also, if you're a helmet and rocks are up, you risk dying. It's insane how strong Gouging Fire is. Hey, Zanny. It's insane. How you doing, D-Ray? Like, actually insane how strong this mon is. That's why I'm really, I'm interested to see this game because like, this game I think is going to be super close. I'm very excited. I know Shady is itching for a win. I know Chase is wishing for a win. How do you send a team? Leave it on my Smoke On profile. Aim. I'm a big CB Marcus fan,
looking forward to playing the most? I'm looking most forward to playing Hayden and Shady. The two that I've not played ever, I think. I don't think I've played them at all.
Nice. So it'll be a good time being able to play them. What would you say this matchup in terms of percentage?
I'd honestly give it a 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, both sides look like they have
Facts,
good damaging options, and both sides look like they have good sponges for certain things.
I think it's that close too. I really do.
I think I think it depends on the offense, right? The offense is going to tip one side to the other.
I agree with you, bro. I go 50-50. Chat says 61-39 Shady to Chase. That's awesome, Marie.
Okay.
Right, a little bit more tip than ours. Oh,
I mean,
boy.
he does have more offense.
Oh boy.
What we got?
The best draft versus the worst draft. The best draft versus the worst draft. So, I will say that I have made one change, and the only person who made a change this week, my Arboliva now has Terra Fire instead of Terra Water, specifically for this matchup. MV, you can talk a little bit about it, and I shall give my thoughts. And our scores are both 1-0 going into week 2.
Indeed. So this is well, let's just say this is a tougher matchup for Joey. The reason this is a tougher matchup for Joey is because, I mean, look at these mons. We have Terra Glastrier, we have Iron Valiant, Metagross, Garchomp, right? We got some real combatants on Joey's side, like Squawkabilly, Dugong.
I got a bunch of babies, bro. Like, my rows are so funny.
He's got a bunch of babies. We got some mons that will really put up a fight here versus these top tier threats, and arguably two of the best Terra captains on Playmore side. We got the Hisuian Electrode and the Glastrier. Both of them looking pretty good. I mean, I brought some sets like Curse Glastrier, for example. I brought that versus you. I brought some. Yep. There's some like good sets that you could bring. Iron Valiant is just a mon that clicks. Metagross is solid.
Yeah, I can have Grass Knot as well for Swampert.
And so I think on your side, right, you don't have like a surefire way of dealing with some of these threats. However, you could probably out-heat. That's what you got to do.
That's what you got to do in a bad matchup.
Yep. And I saw the team you brought versus me, and it's pretty surprising. Not going to spoil anything, of course. But yeah, this matchup is interesting, right? I mean, I think on Joey's side, mons like the Swampert look pretty good still. Like, Swampert looks pretty good, right? In general, you could run a more offensive set and do a lot of damage to his mons. Like, his only switch-ins, you could say, are... Well, Glacier can't really heal unless it rests, right? So any damage it takes is good damage.
But yeah.
you have Vaporeon that can Wish, but you'd have to run a really Fizz-Def oriented set in order to take, because I mean Swampert's base attack is strong. What is it, like 110?
110.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. I click EQ on Punish unless you bring Iron Jugulus, because that's like Playmore's only resist or immunity rather to Earthquake. Terra Basculin and Billy look very sad here. Terra Ground on Billy, pretty sad here. Oh, and Billy looked pretty sad. I thought you said great. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, I mean, I could use Mold Breaker Basculin and click like Flip Turn forever, but the issue with that is, and I'll tell you straight up, my first iteration of a team I did in Mox, I brought Billy. Like, straight up, I brought Billy. And I fought Rocky Helmet, Defensive Garchomp, and I took 7 billion %.
You died in 2 hits.
I died in 2 hits, and Garchomp got up spikes
KO
and stuff.
without you doing
Yeah,
it.
it was a 2 KO without a death. So, yeah, that's always that. And Basculin just wasn't looking that great, I think, all around. Dog, how is Playmore losing the poll? Yeah, that's very funny.
You brought, I think you brought Scizor to this matchup, right?
I think you should bring Scissors to this matchup. It's really good into Iron Val. It's basically my best Iron Val answer.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. So you definitely bring Scizor versus, you know, the Iron Valiant, because you want to be able to have him on that can guarantee Bullet Punch or get priority off. And priority is actually pretty decent here, right? I mean, you want to get priority off versus faster threats like Scale Shot, Garchomp potentially, or just a weakened, what do you call it, Jugulus,
yeah,
things like that.
And that's why I'm bringing Dugong this week, guys, because Dugong, I'm very worried about Garchomp. You know, if Dugong had Freeze Dry, I would unironically bring it this week, because why the hell not? I just click Freeze Dry and Whirlpool Protect, Flip Turn. Like, literally.
You can sweep with it, too.
Like, if it had Freeze Dry. Shout out to the one dude who actually lied to me and got my hopes up and said, I can't wait for Joey to sweep with Agility, Weakness, Posse, Dugong, when it does not get Agility. I'm so mad.
Wait. Somebody gave you false hope? Let me see.
Dude, I literally went to my team builder and I started cooking so many sets, and I didn't even realize it said, this is illegal. I was like, oh. You got
But no, but you know what you could do, though?
What can I do?
It's most inaccurate move.
I'm not using Blunder Policy Blizzard.
You guess I was about to say Blunder Policy. Okay, how about Blunder Policy Whirlpool? Because that misses.
That move misses so much, bro. Yo, if that ain't facts. I will say, like I said, I made one Terra change literally an hour and a half before we had the time left to Terra Fire. Shout out to Maverick Shooters. He said go with Terra Fire Arbalova. Originally, I was going to do that in the beginning of the season too, but I went with Water. But like looking at the rest of the matches, I was like, F it, I'm going to go Fire. So I think Terra Fire Arbalova looks really good here. I have grass terrain, so I don't have to worry about the earthquakes. I resist Iron Valiant's Moonblast.
I'm gonna just say the one that he brought versus me when testing was so fat. That mon was so bulky.
It's good.
It sponged.
Emil had some really funny jokes when I was fighting it too. He had some really funny jokes. I think something like Reflect type Latias could be really cool, but it kind of struggles with what moves it wants to run. And it doesn't win fast enough. Terra Fairy, Terra Blast. Yeah. I think Terra Fairy is not bad either. Arbalova in general I think is really cool here. I like Thundurus as well. It just cannot break Garchomp. Like, it just won't be breaking Garchomp. Especially because Garchomp can still run some Spadef as well in this game if it really wants to. He needs Chomp regardless. Offensively and defensively, Chomp is just good. Yeah, yes. Literally. Yeah. Break the rules and run sheer code facts. Yeah, Bandit Val was really cool as well. I agree. It kind of just clicks as well. No. I live in Connecticut right now. Where are you from? Alluring voice and stop Chomp from SDing. Why can't I go for the ice move if I'm in?
I have a very interesting.
That's very funny.
Well, I'm from Maryland. I'm from the DMV area. DC.
Yep, the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Thank you.
One mon, any chance Dugong show up? Probably not this game. Most likely not this game. I would love it if it had freeze dry. If it learned freeze dry, it would come this game for sure. Because like I said, it's free to just click freeze dry, Whirlpool, Protect. That set's really good. Oka moves are not legal. They are illegal in this. Yeah, their team is actually insane. I like Ace in this game. I think Ace is really cool. Like Will-O-Wisp for Garchomp.
No, Ace is always nice because of its speed, right? Its speed is really good, and just being able to have that nice way to get off a Wisp that's faster than Garchomp, and I mean, he's naturally faster than Valiant too, right? So you always got to bring Ace to this matchup, I think. Also, good Metagross check, and
yeah, just being able to Wisp as well. Hey, no worries, totally Dynamite, do your thing. Appreciate you.
Even like Sucker Punch and stuff too, potentially.
I think so as well. I think just being faster than Valiant is really big. Their fastest Pokemon. Well, not their fastest Pokemon, excuse me. Their fastest Pokemon that actually threatens. Because I think Electro's really good. Don't get me wrong. I actually think Hisuian Electro's really good into me. Natural Grass move, Volt Switch, and then Terra Blast, Fairy. Right? Hits my entire team.
Ooh! What do you think about Reflect-type Latias versus Metagross?
So I mentioned that earlier, but the issue is, like, if you're Calm Mind Reflect-type, what do you use? Do you use only leftovers for recovery? Metagross has knockoff, so it actually hits you still for super effective. If you go no roost, then you go stored power and risk them not bringing their dark type, Iron Jugulus. Quillfish can check Val. Yep, whoever wins this game goes 2-0 this week. Where Terra Captain's going to come this game? Arbalova. I made it Terrifier. I'm bringing it this game. I'll tell you straight up, I literally changed it for this game, and I'm bringing it. Shadow Ball Draining, his weakness policy is pretty cool. That's pretty good, Faz.
All I know is this is a tough match for you.
Yeah, it is.
Tough matchup.
Lycanroc's really cool, though. Like, offensively, it's hard for my opponent to switch into. But at the same time, like, if it's defensive Chomp, and I go for Play Rough, and it takes 60, and I take 60%, like... And plus, he's ran Endure last week. Last week, he ran Endure. I don't think Thundurus Therian is bad. It just hurts that it doesn't have a means of, like, knocking out Chomper. Oh, for sure. I think Horse comes, but I think Electro is good, too. But I do think Glastrier is just amazing. The good thing about the Glass is that it doesn't have, like, Terra Fire, specifically, would be interesting. Like, Terra Electric is cool, but Swampert can always Earthquake. And then Terra Fairy and Ice always get Bullet Punch, even though Glastrier does have Curse now, and also, of course, it can Iron Defense and it can Swords Dance. So it's definitely something tougher to beat. I think it's really wild that chat's giving Joey 54% and Playmore 46.
You actually won this. Nice.
Yeah, I think that's actually wild. Envy, can you tell him what you think the actual score is just based on matchup?
Well, if I didn't know that I was in a call with pokeaimMD, I would give this matchup probably a 25-75 or a 30-60. Sorry,
30-60. Jesus Christ, he just gave 10% away. He said, this matchup's so bad, I can't even give you 40%.
I gave 10% away to the fans, bro. But here's the thing, right? Because I know you're pokeaimMD, and because I know you've drafted this team, and if you rearrange the order of this team, and you put Cinderace first, or Latios first, and Cinderace second, and rearrange the order of this team, then I'd actually give this probably a 45-55.
Hey. If he took that 10 for himself, it was his tax. M-tax.
It was the tax.
But yeah, it's definitely a matchup that's more in their favor than mine. I think for sure. That's just pure. Like I think it's hard to deny that. All right, the next matchup. It's Gator versus Nexus. Give me 1 second. Start poll. So Gator getting a dominant win last week versus Uzi, the returning, the semifinal, the finalists, right? Second place of last time.
Uzi was the semifinalist. I was the finalist. Remember?
No, I won.
I won after you won.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Just straight up lie to the people. Anyway, so Nexus obviously wants to grab his first win, and Gator was very surprised to have his first win in the actual league. I think Gator played it really well. He did exactly what he had to do. He put 2v2, 2v2 everything, brought some powerful Pokemon, and I honestly think we're going to see a lot of that in Gator's... I mean, obviously we're going to see a lot of that in his prep, right? Because he's taking smoke on sets and EV spreads, but I think his team really does that great, right? Samurot's good either max attack or max bulk. Whimsicott, same thing, right? Max HP or max special attack. I think that's literally his team. Staraptor's probably going to run the same 4 moves the entire season. Keldeo can run the same 4 moves, put in Calm Mind the entire season. So I feel like we're going to see a ton of that when it comes to this. In this matchup, though, it's interesting, right? Because I really freaking like Meowscarada. Meowscarada is so freaking good here, dude. Bro just clicks.
Oh, yeah. It's faster than everything, right? Unless something has to run a Choice Scarf to outrun it, but otherwise, you just click knockoff spam, you click
Flower Trick, you got triple
Flower
axle,
Tricks,
U-turn.
yep.
It's so free. It's very free. Staraptor's pretty decent in this game. It can't knock out the bear and it can't knock out Jirachi, but other than that, it's really good in this game. Anemorous is like interesting. Complain about Joy for some reason. Win the match and then go back to playing TFT. I think I like sub 3 attacks Anemorous. Just sub Earth
3
Power.
attacks Anemorous looks pretty good too.
Yeah.
I also like Fiery Dance spam from
Iron Moth, yeah.
Iron Moth. It just, you know, if he gets a boost
It kinda
and things
cooks.
are weakened,
Yeah,
it
it
kind
just
of cooks,
cooks.
yeah, with like the fire, grass plus, I don't know, poison or whatever.
Yeah, or even Fairy, just to knock out Kyurem.
Yep, Fairy to knock out Kyurem.
It's really interesting, right? Because, like, he has just to be super careful around Iron Moth. Like, insanely careful. You might even see an AV Blastoise, AV Ursaluna. AV Ursaluna probably more than AV Blastoise, I think. Just because it also checks Golden Go. And I think that's what Gator's going to try and do. He's going to try and overload the opponent. I feel like there's no way not to bring Samurott. I think you never don't bring Samurott. When you have Samurott on your team, I feel like you just bring it. It's just good.
Yeah.
Get up a spike and play the game from there. Personally.
I feel like the Dunsparce is kind of nice too, just, you know, being able to get rattle boosts from Meow.
What set would you use on it? Also, I don't even know if Gator knows it has Rattle.
Oh, like a Fizz-Def set.
Okay. Fully fizzed up.
Glare, maybe Glare spam, maybe just Boom Bursting.
Boom bust.
A little bit of Boom Burst here and there. You can do Fizz-Def Calm Mind. Boom Burst.
Okay. I don't
Plus,
mind that.
Earth
Yeah.
Power.
Maybe that's actually his means of dealing with, like, yeah, like you said, Meowscarada. Like, actually his means of dealing with Meowscarada. If you're Gator, how do you deal with not Golden Go, how do you deal with Kyurem? You just go offensively, like Golden Go and then things like that. Would you bring Webs, by the way, in this matchup?
Would I bring Webs in this matchup?
He can't stop spin.
There's no spin blocker, and he does have rapid spin. Would I bring Webs in this matchup? My answer is no.
Yeah, I'm not like, I feel like if you're bringing out Galvantula, just click Bug Buzz and Thunder, right?
Correct. You would want to click attacks. Although I wouldn't even bring Galvantula to this matchup. You know what I'd bring?
What would you bring?
Toxicroak.
With what,
I'd bring
like
Toxicroak.
Terra Dark for the strong sucker punches? Terra Fight? How does Gator stop Jirachi? It depends on the Jirachi set, right? If it's Scarf, he has Moth, he has Golden Go. I don't think Jirachi's that, like, broken. I think Calm Mind, Weakness Policy, Shadow Ball, Psychic, Grass Knot or something could be cool, I guess. I don't know, something like that. I don't think he has to make it beat every Pokemon, but I definitely think, I mean, Rachi could be cool. Toxicroak is a good check to Samurott, but Samurott can easily
And also
just
check
run...
to Keldeo,
Yeah.
unless it has coverage stuff
Yeah.
for it. But, I mean, you Terra, and then all of a sudden it's...
You're not a check anymore.
Yep.
I don't know if I like Toxicroak. I love Meowscarada. I'm a big fan of Kyurem.
I think Meowscarada is like 100%. 100% coming to this matchup.
I do think Gator should actually bring Keldeo, because Vacuum Wave lets you check Meowscarada and Kyurem if they're Scarf. Like Calm Mind, Keldeo, for instance. Yeah, no good Brave Bird switches besides Jirachi, but that Mon should come. Ursaluna also eats.
Speaking of switch-ins to Brave Bird, no, maybe also Flare, but what about Talonflame? Talonflame looks kind of cool.
Oh, Talonflame looks great offensively, actually. Like, even a Wisp set. Like, Wisp bulk up looks amazing.
Talonflame looks pretty good.
What up, Reese? Yeah, Talonflame looks nice. I like Talonflame a lot in this game. Actually, maybe Gator doesn't even bring Samurott. Because it is good and bad into everything, you know what I mean? Like, it has potential to beat everything with Focus Sash sets. Not even beat, but just weaken. But maybe he doesn't see the value in that. Maybe he thinks that's just not good enough. Yeah, Nexus switching to Keldeo is not very good. Like, Aura Sphere is just free. Toxicroak taking like 40%. Like, non-specs Aura Sphere doing like 40% Toxicroak. Also, the fact that Keldeo outspeeds Enamorous is really cool. And also speed time with Galvantula.
Oh, it does outrun an Emrys. Ooh, it does.
I think if you get rid of Keldeo and you run like Terra Dark, Toxgrowth, Sucker Punch, you kind of just cook everything too. Yeah.
Belly Bolt seems fun.
I feel like it's too defensive for Gator to bring here.
Think so?
Ooh, bulletproof Ursaluna for Keldeo. For Orsphere's Keldeo. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Bro, I remember when Nexus would always run Keldeo's Aura Sphere was did it always have Aura Sphere?
No, that was recent, buddy.
What did it have before?
Secret Sword? Focus Blast?
Nexus? No, I remember Nexus always used to run something instead of Secret Sword because he forgot it ran Secret Sword.
Sacred Sword. He used to run Sacred Sword. Yeah, I remember. I remember.
Do you remember those old videos, like when he had Keldeo in draft?
I remember. Yeah, I remember him using Sacred Sword on Keldeo and doing like 20%. I was like, "Yo, what is this?"
I just remember Nexus used to have Keldeo and he used to run the wrong move on Keldeo.
It's actually so freaking funny. I also think, for what it's worth, chat has it at basically 50-50. I also think this is a very, very, very close matchup. Like, extremely close. One thing I think is really cool, though, like, if you get rid of Ursaluna, I actually really like Haunter in this game. It's
yeah, you can just Shadow Ball spam
it's
at that point.
unironically a solid check to an Emrys, too. Like,
yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, because if the, Levitate.
Levitate, Eviolite as well, if you want, or Scarf, obviously. Like, this could be a Haunter game, potentially. And it spin blocks. You brought Max Spadef and a Mach? You little demon. You little demon.
It's pretty good, pretty good.
I think this is really close. Yeah, Terra Ghost is good, too. Like, Terra Ghost just clicks. You just gotta worry about... And plus, you can also Destiny Bond versus something like Ursaluna. Like, you can sacrifice Destiny Bond. You think Spectre, Scarf, and Kyurem, or even Life Orb? I like Scarf more than I think I like Specs. Scarf, like, actually being able to freeze dry Keldeo, non-Scarf Staraptor. I actually like Scarf Staraptor in this game, too. Just faster than Meowscarada. Being able to U-turn or Brave Bird is nice. Which is why I like the combination of Staraptor and Liska Dunsparce, because if it's non-ban Meowscarada, Staraptor deals with, and if it's Scarf, then you deal with it via the Dunsparce pretty easily in this game.
The Dunsparce.
The Dunsparce. What do you think in terms of the matchup? What's Checker? Fire Dance, Quiver, Psychic? It doesn't learn Quiver, my friend.
I'll probably give 60-40 to Gator, because I do like the bulk that he has with the Dunsparce to be able to deal with mons like Meow and even the biggest threat on Nexus's team, which is Frogadier.
Yeah. Nice Frogadier.
The Dunsparce. I gotta go 60-40 to Gator.
I think that I go more 55 or 51-49. I'm actually really excited. I know Nexus is itching for a win and Gator's itching for the season to be done. So we'll see how this ends up going.
The Dunsparce.
Chat.
It has my Dunsparce.
Yeah, it does. Just a human. Chat said 54-46. Nexus up.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting little twist.
Drewby versus the Uzi Gunner.
The Druzy Gunner.
Let's put Drew, let's put Uzi. So, obviously, both are itching for a win this week as well. Because both are 0-1. Let's talk a little about this matchup. What are we thinking?
Well, having just faced off against Drewby, I must say that his team is very, very scary. However, Uzi's team has a lot of Pokemon on it that are built to destroy.
Yep.
Now, the Dragapult, of course, looks like a fine Pokemon in this matchup as always.
I freaking love Quackable, though.
You're like, yeah, I love Quackable. Quackable is really good. However, Uzi does have an Azumarill, Uzimarill. And it actually is able to withstand all, if not all, of Quackable's moves. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it definitely can. However, Quackable has beaten Uzi twice. in the last season of SPL.
Quacklevolt has beaten Uzi twice, and look at Quacklevolt versus every single other Pokemon. It looks pretty good now with
Looks
access
good
to
as
Triple
hell.
Axel. Yep, Triple Axel can destroy mons like Shaman.
This could
as
be
well
a,
as
this
Dragon
could be a
Ball.
Deoxys game though, to be honest. Like if you really just want to F Quackable, like Deoxys just come in, sit, click Psychic.
Deoxys is good. I mean, it does have an access to Nasty Plot, which is nice. Like a Nasty Plot, Deoxys actually could do pretty well. Punch some holes.
It's really hard for him to kill.
It is, and it's also actually, you know, the cool thing about Deoxys is that the speed tier of it is actually higher than that of Quacklevolt, Rillaboom, and Mabostiff.
Mabostiff.
And Heatran. And Sandaconda.
Hey, I'm glad you like the Ultimate Berserker. Yeah, you can see chat. No, you're
I
right.
can see chat. Hello.
You're right. You're right. You know,
You like the custom rage from the boulder? Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it.
I think one of the
Feels like
best
fun little
mons in this
tech.
game is gonna be Okidogi. Okidogi's insane. Like, there's one great answer to it, and that's Sandaconda. And barely. Right? If it's like offensive, Okidogi just clicks, 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 clicks.
Oh, it looks really good. Fighting Poison against Drew's team looks really good.
Yeah, insane. Like, actually.
And you just like, what? It gets knocked off, I think, right? You can just knock off
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
else.
of course. I freaking love Okidogi.
Hello. Hello.
You know who else I like in this game?
What do you like?
Rotom Fan.
Ooh, you're a fan of Rotofan?
Yeah, so like you could run Terra Steel and then still set up on
Never steal with Levitate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then set up
Ooh, that's
easily.
heat.
You got I think Nasty Plot Rotom Fan's really good.
You can become a Steel to resist Steel from Flash Cannon and Heatran.
Yep. You already resisted that, but thanks. You got I think just Nasty Plot. What up, Chandler? Nasty Plot Discharge. Maybe Terra Blast if you want to go Terra Blast Steel.
Okay.
Lets you hit Screamtail, lets you hit Sandaconda. Hits the damn Rillaboom for some decent damage as well. And also it makes the play versus Iron Boulder 50-50, right? Like, is it going to Mighty Cleave versus Close Combat? And does he bring Close Combat in this game versus Earthquake type of thing? Like,
Some mind games going on here. There's some mind games going on, and you know, I think
I agree, Thunder is good as hell.
Joey is in their heads right now. But let me tell you something that you may not have considered. What if Uzi brings Sap Sipper Azumarill, right, and is able to entirely wall the Hydrapple and the Rillaboom?
Hydrapple. He could. He definitely could. I really think he does bring Rocky Helmet Deoxys though. Like, that's like his best. Like, I'm gonna switch into Boulder, I'm gonna switch into Quavel, and things like that. I know they both really want. They really want to win. Oh, what's wrong with Nasty Plot Discharge? You discharge early, so you paralyze them, and you Nasty Plot up. You can run Thunderbolt though. Do you think Specs Goldfish is good? If I'm bringing Chi-Yu, the only set I'm bringing is Specs to this game. That's literally the only
Yeah,
set.
you basically want to actually do some damage.
Yeah, because it's going to be, if Heatran comes, it's Spit F Heatran, right? Like, because it deals with Dragon Ball, deals with that. So you kind of try and overload with both of them.
I wouldn't even bring Chi-Yu to this matchup. I actually would not even bring Chi-Yu to this matchup. Just because, you know, Quacklevolt is just a mon that...
Checks.
It's like,
yeah.
it's a mon, you know? Aqua Jet is a thing on it.
Yep.
Speed boosts are a thing on it, whereas, you know, if you're running Choice Specs, if Quacklevolt can get out of hand. I mean, you can run Psychic, sure. You can run Psychic, but I don't know if you'll have a lot of opportunities when you have a Boost Energy Boulder, a Quacklevolt that speed boosts, a Heatran that can sponge. Not the best matchup for Chi-Yu.
I mean, I think the way he remedies that is just running Teleport Deoxys and just pivots it in until it gets a good matchup.
That's an option too, yes.
I like Specs, Jack, because you're not really worried about Quavel because you always have Deoxys personally. That's my thought process. At least beyond this game. By the way, we got almost 600 people here and 88 likes. The math ain't mathing. If you're enjoying the SPL, if you're enjoying this season, if you enjoy Pokemon Draft League, I appreciate or encourage you to leave a like. You support us, support the channel.
And subscribe to the channel too.
Yeah. And also check out the coaches, please. Every single one. If you missed week 1, check out every single coach. Every game was so good. It was so fun.
Check me out. Check me out.
Every
exactly.
game was so fun. Please check them out. A
My
lot
game
of them
was
deserve.
amazing.
Hey, no worries if you. I usually put a
I
reminder.
deserve it all. Go ahead and subscribe to me.
Please, I deserve it all. right now. This is up to me right now.
That's up to me right now.
I really think both of them really want this win. Who do you think wants it more?
Who do you think wants it more? Is that even a question to ask? Imagine what happened week 1 to Uzi. He wants it more for sure. He needs this win. I guess Drew also needs this win too because he also wants to come back from
0-1.
Evil Envy going first from the Custad Berry.
Yep.
It was cool. Like you saw the if you watched Drew's side, the little text box for my Annihilate, which is nicknamed Evil Envy, is like Evil Envy acted first thanks to his Custad Berry. Oh shoot.
Nah, Uzi definitely wants it after this after this. He wants it more for sure. Who is Drew?
Yeah.
Drew is Drewby. He's a great dude. He used to be Mr. Talent. It's Nips. Just a fantastic channel. Drew's awesome. I freaking love him.
Mm-hmm.
Very entertaining. Beating his
friend,
chest.
Good friend.
T-Spikes plus Hex here is definitely something you could do too. Assuming Deoxys still gets it. Does it still get it?
Well, which one?
Kai. Does Deoxys still get Toxic Spikes? I feel like it doesn't.
No, it does not.
Then he does not have Then he does not have T-Spikes.
My Mew gets T-Spikes though.
Thank you. And that's why MV picked me over that. But chat's saying 69%. Uzi 31%. Drew.
Okay.
Ooh, I would go more.
I would have given it more like 55-45.
That's what I was thinking too. I give it 55 more to Uzi because I knew Uzi, Uzi's the most I want to prove myself guy I've ever met. Right? He wants to make sure he gets this win. So I would give him slightly to him because I think he wants it more. I know Drew wants the win, but I think Uzi wants it just slightly more, which is why I'm going 45-55 as well.
Yep.
All right, the next matchup. Shuckle King versus 6 Foot Hacks. Both 1-0. Big wins. We had the Fling Big Nugget. 1%. 1% survival into sweep. Never miss. Shuckle King. Fantastic.
That was plot armor. I don't know what it is. Big Nugget armor.
Yep.
Gold Nugget armor.
Absolutely fantastic intro, by the way. Like his whole setup was so good, and I'm so glad we're doing these early, so that way he can keep doing things like that. Actually,
hopefully you got it all in one take, so you didn't have to go back and get more
nuggets and everything. I'm sure he just ate them. I'm pretty sure he just ate them cold.
Imagine if you mess up the first take and you just eat them all and shoot, I got no more nuggets, and you gotta go back and get more nuggets, and then you gotta do it all over again.
You probably got you get a 20 piece and you'd be fine. You're not gonna.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
there's no way you mess up 20 times. If you mess up 20 times, just throw away the
What if you don't get the right shape though? What if you don't get the right shape you're looking for? There's 4 different shapes.
That's true. That's true. McDonald's, it could have been anything.
At least he's happy.
I'm glad he's happy. What do you think about this matchup?
This is a pretty cool matchup. So, I mean, obviously, Shuckle's side, he has the rain option that he can bring. However, I don't know if the rain option is the best option versus a team that has rain abusing mons like
Bundle.
Iron Bundle, Zapdos, Manaphy, Overquill. You see what I mean? Like all these mons right here, they all look really good against rain. So then you got to think, okay, if I don't bring rain, what do I bring? So then you have to think, okay, so Greninja looking good. Baxcalibur, I mean, Greninja's always looking good.
Always.
It just clicks buttons, right? Baxcalibur, I think, actually is good in this matchup just because...
it clicks for free.
It clicks, exactly. And I mean, it has Earthquake, it has coverage for the Tinkaton, it has, ways of beating mons that can Terra and... Well, I guess Appleton Terra would probably be the best thing for Baxcalibur, but does it get a... if it's Terra Fairy, Baxcalibur...
Oh, I'm sorry for no pull, my bad.
Baxcalibur gets a Steel move, right? Is it Iron Head? Yeah, it can Iron Head, or it can Earthquake. So depending on what coverage is being run, it can potentially break through the only mon that's... Well, I guess other than Yuxi can maybe check it, but I don't know.
This is for sure an Appleton game, by the way. 100% an Appleton game.
Has to be. No, yeah, 100% has to be because of thick fat. It's really good, very bulky. And with, I think Terra... Would you say Terra Fairy or Steel is better for this matchup?
I think both are good. I think Steel has a lot of merit. I think Fairy has a lot of merit too.
Agreed.
I will say that one of the most nasty mons in this game is probably Manaphy. What the hell does he do to Tail Glow Manaphy? Actually. He doesn't kill it. Pressure Eerie Impulse Zapdos. That's crazy. What does he do?
I mean, you could go bulky Ludicolo. Chinese AV Ludicolo actually can beat Manaphy easily 1v1.
You bring Ludicolo to this game, The 4 times weak to freeze dry? Mon?
Oh, you get Chinese AV, bro? You know about Chinese AV, right?
Yeah,
So Chinese AV with Ludicolo with Terra.
I don't know, man.
You can Terra Poison or Fairy. Poison actually not bad here because you can actually beat down Mons such as... I mean, Great Tusk, you naturally have grass moves for it, so you gotta watch out for that.
I think it's just
Poison
hard
moves are actually cool versus the Ogerpon.
I don't know, man. I think it's really hard to bring Ludicolo.
What if you play the theme music for Mirror B while you bring it?
Then maybe it's very easy to bring Ludicolo in this game. I think you have to bring Kilowattrel. Not only is it speed tier, fast, and everything besides bundle, but like you need that mana fee check 100%. That's also another reason why, again, Steel or Fairy are both very good on Ableton. Big fan of bundle in this game. Bundle's coming 100%. Like there's no, you just click Hydro Pump. You literally just keep clicking Hydro Pump. Now if Leo keeps missing, obviously that doesn't matter. Another mon that I think is really good here is just Ogerpon. Kind of just clicks very fast. Only outsped by 2 Pokemon.
Good too.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it's not weak to water. I mean, it is a part grass type, so
Yep.
it does look good in terms of just clicking. It does look like it can dent a hole here and there.
You like Tinkaton maybe as well? Greninja, Excalibur check, Hatterene check, guaranteed rocks.
I do think a ton that Tinkaton is pretty good in this matchup, just because it also is a normal switch in, like as in, you know, if Shuckle decides to click Blood Moon, you can actually sponge it with Tinkaton. So and otherwise, I guess your only other switch in is Terra Steel Apple.
Why is Tinkaton not on the speed tiers? Interesting.
Oh.
But I was gonna point out it's super fast. Like
it's
Owen said,
97, 98.
Yeah, it's faster than Bax. It's like 315 or some crap like that. So it's faster than Excalibur, which is very important, faster than Glamora. So SD Shuckleberry, I agreed, is very good, naturally able to take one hit from Greninja. I wonder what Greninja set you try and sleep with this week. Surely it's Battle Bond again, right? I think you need the speed boost. But even then, maybe it'll be booster energy.
Well, I think you keep,
That's hard. Yeah, Rain can never come here. You're not going to give mana fee free heals. You're not going to give water moves stronger. I don't think you can ever bring Rain here.
You definitely go Special Greninja for this matchup. Special Greninja 100% for this matchup, just because, you know, you got Bundle, which is more Fizz-Def based, and
it's another reason why Appleton's coming too. Like, it punishes it. Like,
yep.
Uxie comes for sure as well. I think Uxie's just like my pivot. I think that's the one pivot Leo brings this game, would be Uxie. But if Leo brings Rain, yes, Jover. He has so many options for Rain too. He literally has so many good Rain Dance, Uxie, Zapdos, Overcool, Manaphy. Like, so good. You don't even bring and Bundle, obviously. I don't even think you need to bring Zapdos in this game. I don't think you do bring Zapdos. Something that lets Blood Moon in for free, something that lets Glamora, something that lets Bax, so and Kilowattrel beats as well. Why no more Rambats? Oh, it's been a minute, Mike. Just kind of doing draft and other things right now. I don't know, this matchup seems way easier for Leo than it does for Shuckle.
I think so too.
I think Terra Bronzong is okay. Maybe, I don't even know. It's a hard call. Like,
but Grass not Mienshao for Great Tusk lure.
Yeah. Could be Terra Electric Bronzong with Iron Defense, Body Press to try and beat things. Also kind of necessary because he also gets smoked by Cinccino. Ursaluna's good because naturally it's a hit and can kill something back, but I think it's like I go like 60-40 Leo versus Shuckle King.
The tough matchup for Shuckle.
I think so too. I think Leo has a better chance of winning from a team contest by vote Shuckle because after the first week video, he's one of my favorite. What a goat.
Nice. Yeah, big nugget all the way. Fling.
Dude, it was really it was a great video. Yeah, I think we have to give it to Leo in this one for sure. You guys voted 56% Leo, so I would agree. MV versus Hayden. Ooh, okay,
this is a fun match.
Oh no, Hayden. Let me just write this. All right, so this is 1-0 versus 0-1.
You get to talk about my match now.
Put this right here because you guys both have so many freaking Pokemon. So in terms of this matchup, I really, really, really like offensive Gliscor. Offensive Gliscor is so freaking good. Like, it's really, really good, I think, on Hayden's side. Hayden, let me put this. MD. There you go. Yeah, that's really strong here. Big fan of Beartic plus Chilly Reception. I think Beartic is extremely good here, too. Terra Ice, Loaded Dice, Icicle Spear is just unguardable with its coverage. Also, like, Empoleon's not even that great in this matchup at all. It struggles to break through Glow King, which gets in Gliscor. It doesn't break through Jolteon, Hitmontop, etc. And Beartic, again, is just really strong. The other thing about Beartic, besides just being fast, is the fact that in the snow, it gets the defense boost. So Kleavor, Stone Axe, if it's Scarf, I think Scarf Kleavor is really good for Gyarados, for Darkrai, etc., etc. It's very strong. Also for offensive Gliscor. It doesn't KO Beartic, so MV's forced to U-turn out to get more chip, to then revenge kill in that regard. But in that regard, again, the rock resist, the answers to Kleavor don't really exist, which is why I think Hisuian Goodra is good here. Hisuian Goodra is also just good because you can run like a Sugar Berry and check like Flygon and stuff. Flygon with Terra Steel is really strong because it doesn't care too much about Gliscor. But if Gliscor is offensive, like one thing I brought versus MV in Mox was SD Fling, Fling Toxic Orb, Earthquake Acrobatics, and you know Flygon came in on a +2 acro and took 60% as a Steel type, so and it wasn't able to kill back. So like
Good.
Yeah, it's really, really strong. I do like Weavile though. I do like Weavile offensively in this game. It's very good. It gets an ice defense boost as well, which is pretty cool. Could you use Sun Vulpix? You definitely could try, but I feel like Envy would be on the backbone of that because you have to bring in Vulpix to do it, whereas Chilly Reception would just get the ending turn. But if Envy was to bring a Vulpix, it'd be Baton Pass Scarf Vulpix in my opinion, just to get that crap out of there immediately, and then bring out like something like Raging Bolt. All right, Poop, do your thing, buddy. Said Joey, I'm high. Thanks, buddy. Farigarath is pretty cool. Something like AV. Numbers next to the monitor, speed tiers. AV is pretty cool for Jolteon, Darkrai, Sylveon to an extent. Has Psychic Noise as well to stop recovery, which I think is really cool for Gliscor. I don't know if you brought it, but you had a Pheasantipity set I really liked as well for this game too.
Yeah. I will tell everybody right now that I am bringing Pheasantipity to this matchup. I'm bringing a really cool Pheasantipity set. It's very heat.
Very, very heat. Annihilate is really strong though. Like Ice Punch, I think I should run Ice Punch. I think Vital Spirit's really good too, so Darkrai cannot try and Hypnosis, because the first thing I did versus Envy was click Hypnosis with Darkrai, for sure. I was focused actually, just like an OU. Which is why I also think Pheasantipity does come, because it resists the Dark Pulse and it doesn't die to Psychic. Hey Alistair, good morning fam. So definitely one of those, definitely a Pheasantipity matchup if I've ever seen one. I'm actually very excited about Pheasantipity as well. Have the matches already happened? Yes, they go up on Sunday. I'm very excited to see Pheasantipity just because it's not a mon that like we got to see a lot of in draft and people think it's really trash. So I'm excited to see if, you know, how Envy changes that. I really freaking like Raging Bolt. Like I really, really, really like it. Despite Gliscor and stuff like that, just I don't know. Raging Bolt.
It's such a good mon in draft, bro. It's such a good mon.
It feels like your Ursaluna. Very bulky, doesn't die, runs AV.
Because it doesn't have like one side that's weaker than the other for defensive sides. Like Ursaluna had Spit F weaker. This one is just bulky on both.
I think the hardest mon for Hayden is going to be that damn Kleavor. Like just clicking. Like what actually stops Kleavor from just clicking. Can't do anything about that. I like both your Terra Captains. I think honestly both Flygon and Farigarath can come in this game. And I think that you can choose which one you want to terastallize if you need to.
Yep.
I think you're going to get a lot of use out of Farigarath this season. And then in terms of dealing with Darkrai, Cobra, Mew is an option. Like Mew can also just be bait. It can easily be like Earthquake, Ice Beam. Or even Dragon Dance, Psychic Fangs, Leech Life type of thing if it really wants to. Triple Axle or whatever, Ice Spinner, whatever it has for Gliscor to actually KO it. Yeah, I think both is Terracotta. I didn't forget about Tropius. I'm talking about both as in terms of Farigarath and Flygon. Yeah. Can't hit him on top check Kleavor. I don't think it can check it very well. It's just going to come in and then get Stone Axe and then U-turn and then Envy can even run a move on it as well. Yeah, if you bring Weavile, low kick 100% is a must for sure. Bandit Weavile is insane, by the way. You just click Ice Move. He has 1 resist to a ban Ice Move. Envy's team stresses you?
Why does that team stress you?
Why does it stress you?
I actually want to know.
Yeah, and him on top doesn't really want Intimidate in this game because it's not trying to boost Annihilate. Yeah, but it's not hard to land 95, you know, 90, whatever it is, 95.
So when prepping for this match, I think the biggest threats
Good night,
that I had
Chief.
to face were probably Gliscor, like you said, and Beartic.
What you have for a well-played Beartic?
I didn't really find Darkrai too annoying. I didn't really find Wild Testing. I didn't find I found his 3 and Goodra kind of annoying just because it was bulky. And it kind of walled certain sets that I brought before. Oh, the first time when I was testing, I hadn't brought Farigiraf, and I remember Emil brought Serp, or yeah, I think it was Emil.
You just click Leaf Storm?
Yeah, and yeah.
That's another reason why Farigiraf is good, because it just stops the Leaf Storm Leech Seed because of Sap Sipper. I think Farigiraf is an amazing Terra Captain. I think your team really, because you have a bunch of like just really good all-around Pokemon. So I think Farigiraf really just kind of puts the team together with that, and I like that a lot. I like it a lot here too. Gyarados sucks because it doesn't have bounce anymore, bro.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, I don't
What
think
about what happened to his fly move? Thank you for the birthday wish. I appreciate it. What happened to his fly move? Wait.
took it away. I don't think it has bounce. Go check.
Gyarados.
I don't think it has bounce.
Nope, no bounce.
Yeah, like why? They got rid of power
Every
and bounce.
flying move without Terra is gone. Wait, flying. Yep. Oh no, it gets Hurricane.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, that's
funny.
That's pretty good. You can Specs Hurricane with this mon. I've done Specs with Hurricane. It's pretty strong.
I've done it
Actually,
too.
it's really strong.
But you don't bring in an Empoleon Raging Bolt matchup. I take bounce. I do think Dragon Dance, Temper Flare, Earthquake, Waterfall is pretty good though on Gyarados. Temper Flare for like Terra Steel, Flygon, which I think is like the initial choice for MV because you're fighting a Gliscor, right? You wall Toxic, you're immune to Earthquake because of Levitate, and you can Dragon Dance, etc., etc. I think that's really cool when it comes to it. But I really think in terms of Terra Captains, Beartic is way better than Jolteon in this game, just as a whole. But Beartic is good even without Terrastalizing, just because Loaded Dice Ice Spear is just strong. You just click it.
Yeah.
Like this type of mon Envy does not switch into. Thunderwave, Dark Pulse, Hurricane, Gyarados. Ah, good times.
You got a point here. It's pretty good.
This game's going to come down to how well Envy plays around Beartic and how well Hayden plays Gliscor, in my opinion. I think that's really going to come down to. Because Beartic with 5 hits, a little bit of 1 crit, a little luck on one of those, you got 5 hits, so crit's not that low. Can be definitely nasty. I really like if you could like bring a random. Like I feel like you could just throw 4 super effective moves on Mew and bring it though. I'll be honest.
That's what I was thinking about too. Like, I was looking at that as well. I forgot if I brought Mew to this matchup or not.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
I don't
What
rem-
4 moves would I have run? I would have probably run.
Ice move.
No.
You'd run ice
Yeah,
move.
Ice move for sure. Ice beam for sure. Yeah.
You'd probably run Earthquake or something.
Yeah, for Galarian Slowking, I can see that. And Goodra.
Yep. You run some sort of fairy move and then set up, or just
Fairy
4 straight up,
move.
just straight up 4 attacks.
I could see that potentially.
Numbers in the middle are the speed tiers. So it's the actual speeds of the mon and what they're using in this case. But
Yeah.
I really
People have been like, oh, envy your speed tiers. They're all weird. I'm like, guess what? When you have Raging Bolt and Annihilate, you don't need speed tiers.
yeah.
Speed tiers don't matter.
He has a good priority, or a good enough priority, rather. First impression, Mew has a couple priority moves. Weavile. You got the Raging Bolt. You got Aqua Jet and Empoleon. I like Envy's team.
Thank you.
It's a good, strong team. So chat says 71% Envy, 29% Hayden. Well, Hayden definitely wants the win.
Hayden needs the win.
Hayden needs the win, and Envy.
Did I get the highest percentage for so far?
You might have.
Everyone has faith in me. Everyone believes in me. Very nice.
So now we have the final matchup of the week that we're going to talk about. And it's Kale versus Chimpact. So, what do you think about this matchup?
So this game, or this matchup looks pretty interesting. Pokemon on Chimp's side that I think look really good in this matchup are things like, I mean, the Tornadus in general looks really good just because of the coverage that it has to have the ability to knock out mons like, T-Tar and Drill with fighting moves and knockoffs and things like that. It's a good mon. Like, speed tier wise is great. Regenerator is really good. I also really like the bulk that comes with Iron Hands in this matchup.
Yeah, nasty, dude.
Even though he has Drill, I don't feel like it doesn't even matter.
It's gonna eat it. It's gonna eat it.
You eat it and you drain punch all your health back.
Friggin' dude, I like Reveroom a lot.
Oh, as a Terra Captain, it's really good here. I think it's way better than Drifblim just because of T-Tar and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Even though Drifblim can Terra fighting, I do think Reveroom's shift gear, it's
insane.
Yeah, let me see here.
It's 90, dude. It's faster than Drill. It's so
it is
good.
faster than Drill.
Yeah, it's faster than Drill. You see it you can see it right on the board. It's literally faster
yeah,
than Drill.
true.
So like you just shift gear. You got the Temper Flare for Drill or high horsepower. I mean, Temper Flare is actually better, I think, than high horsepower in this game. Even though high horsepower is good for Tentacruel, you can bring both, to be honest. Temper Flare, high horsepower, and what, Gunk Shot or Iron Head, both are fine. Maybe just ignore Temper Flare. I just like the fact that you OHKO that mon, but you can just run Poison.
I'm not gonna ignore Temper Flare. I like Temper Flare. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, he
ignore
started stab. I like it too. I think it's really cool, bro. You go for like a Gunk Shot on a Poison type, and then or on a Steel type, and then you just go for Temper Flare, doubled in power. Really cool. I like Terra Fire a lot in this game. The resist to basically setting up for free on that guy unless it clicks Scorching Sands. What do you think about Mienfoo?
Oh, Mienfoo?
In this matchup. Mienfoo. Yes, Mienfoo in this matchup. Gotta ask you the question before you ask me something.
Oh, no. He's been getting really good at like sniping things that I'm gonna try to say. He's been getting pretty good at sniping my jokes and my little comments here and there. Mienfoo, I don't like it in this matchup. I wouldn't bring it. I wouldn't take a 6-foot pole and go near it.
Why?
It's a baby.
You're so disrespectful.
You can go take your babies, have a little play there with Mienfoo. That's all I want to see. That's it.
You know what mon I like in this matchup? It's gonna take a lot of work, but I really do like it. I really like Combine Comfy, dude. I really like Combine. Well, let me tell you what set I run. Combine.
You probably have Giga Drain.
Yeah, for sure. You need Giga Drain for extra drill. You run it with Weakness Policy. You run Reflect as well on one of your mons. And you just Combined up. Drill come out. You go for Giga Drain. You do 30%. Iron Head. Get your Weakness Policy. Kill it back in the next one. It has so much HP. You're always getting back. Right? It's also a Lottie check.
This could work, however. You
fail
to consider one Pokemon that beats this mon. Moltres.
Hey, just Combine Store Power. That's Moltres.
Combine Store Power, Giga Drain.
Draining Kiss, obviously. Yeah, I mean, Moltres will beat it.
Policy,
do you even bring Moltres to this game, though? That mon ain't... I mean, Spec Hurricane's always good. But there's Arcanine, IV Scotch. I actually have...
Maybe don't.
I think that Arcanine just clicks Flare Blitz, too, by the way. Like, Banded Flare Blitz, you just come in and click. Banded Head Smash, you just come in and click. Click, click, click. I like Latios too.
Latios is a good mon. What kind of set do you think he'd bring if he brought Latios?
I mean,
which I think he would because it's his signature star Pokemon of the show.
There's Calmine, there's Luster Purge, Draco, there's Aurasphere. That's what I'm saying. Terrify Rev looks insanely stupid here. Like, it actually looks... It just sets up and wins. Ogerpon Water is also super good. I think both Ogerpons are good.
Is the regular Ogerpon good here in this matchup, do you think?
Yeah, I think you bring it because of Dozo. And Tinglu. Like, I think it's something to, like, overwhelm for, like, a Combine Lottie.
But wouldn't Vikavolt be better in that case if you're trying to deal with Ogerpon... Or if you're trying to deal with Tinglu and Dondozo?
I think also the fact that you resist both of Ogerpon's moves is big, whereas Vikavolt doesn't.
Ah, yes. You are right.
Drill's cool too, but you need to bring it. I think Houndstone's also really good. Like, Houndstone just has no switch-ins with Terra. I think Chimp has to bring Dozo. You need Dozo over Houndstone. You need Dozo over Drill.
This is honestly a tougher matchup for Chimp now that I'm looking at Kyle's team.
Yeah, Kyle's team was good, dude. That Mienfoo.
That... No. Not the baby. That Mienfoo is not coming this week.
I agree. +2 Ivy Cudgel and Power literally kills everything on Kyle's team. I think you definitely go Sand mode if you're Kyle in this one. Lil Skeeve, we're talking about matchups that are going to be happening on Sunday for week 2 of draft. That's basically what we're going over right now.
Today's Tuesday. In a few more days, Wednesday,
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then Sunday is when the draft games are going up for week 2.
Typically, these are done on Friday night, Saturday night type of thing right before draft, but I don't know how my week's going to be, and I want to make sure we get it done this week because we didn't get to do it for week 1. So that's why. Plus, we get to just kind of talk with chat, and you guys get to give us your thoughts on what you think about the matchup. That's why people are voting. I mean, Chimp did have a really cool win last week versus Seabat. It was cool to see him come back and win. Kyle, obviously, Moonblast, living on 1%, getting swept by the Fling Big Nugget. Kyle was a highlight last week. He was a highlight reel last week. His content, though, fantastic, by the way. The way he did it, fantastic. Yep. Fantastic editing. I really like his little stories, a little lore in the beginning. I love what people are doing with the content this season. If you did not check out Kyle's side, you definitely need Spadef Tinglu, period. For Lottie, you can even run Heavy Slam if you really want to. Yeah, even if it wasn't, I'm just saying him living on 1 was just more.
I like Tinglu here a lot.
How did Grave get Terra?
Would I ever open my own draft league for your server? Well,
it can't use Last Respects.
If my people want to run it.
Is there a way to support the stream like Twitch? You mean like if you have Twitch Prime? I mean, you could become a member if you want to. It's not free with Prime though. It's $5. You can donate. You just leave a like. All that stuff helps, so you don't gotta worry. Yeah, it does outspeed Shift Gear. Rever Room is right there in the middle, base 90. X Girls base 88. Rever Room is insane in this game. It's actually insane, and I'm excited to see if Chimpact gets a sweep with it. I think it's one of the most broken Terra captains we have. I think, if I know Chimp though, I think Chimp's going to do so much better this season with Drifloon than Rever Room, just because of the type of guy he is.
What kind of guy is he?
Chimp seemed really nervous last week. I think he's more quiet than nervous.
Nah, Chimp was nervous. I know him. He's got the jitters. He's
the
got a little
jitters?
bit nervous. Yeah, he was thinking about VGC, and he saw one Pokemon come out at the one time. And he was like, "Oh,
wait a
shoot,
second, this is
where's
not what
the second one?"
this is not what I prepped for. This is not what I was
signed
here
up
for.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah,
He
Rever
got
Room is
nervous.
insane. Like, Shift Gear Rever Room was just actually insanely stupid here. Bro, even like, I don't know, Rev is really good. Rev is just nasty. I'm trying to think, like, what does Kyle do if Rev Room sets up? Like, actually, what does he do?
Well, he has.
If it's on a balloon, you can't stop it. Dude, he has Terrifier. Like, Mulch's is set up.
Ooh, you know what he could do?
Chimp is fire. I'm listening.
Okay, ready?
Hmm.
Count to 3.
I'm listening.
Can you count to 3?
He needs to say it. It's been more than 3 seconds.
Ursaring with a Violite and Fizdef.
Oh, for sure. I like Ursaring too. I always like Ursaring. It's a little hard though
Okay.
because Chimpact has a lot of knock on his team. I think Sastro is hard to keep up hazards because that's his spinner. I don't even think Tentacruel's that good this week either. So. Sash Ursa is kind of hard because you're bringing Sand. Only Sastro I think would be viable in terms of Sashers. But like even that, like I don't think it's that great. I think it's too weak. I think you need Life Orb offensively. I don't think Tentacruel comes this week because again it does lose to everything. I agree. Vikavolt has potential. I think Arcanine for sure comes. Arcanine just clicks. I'm excited though. Cool to see
What
Chimp.
about Fluffy Houndstone with Will-O-Wisp? Except maybe not Will-O-Wisp, but Fluffy Houndstone can actually beat
Cass, we can do that.
physical attackers.
Nice. Nice Fluffy. I don't think you could bring Fluffy though. I think you rather like you just bring Clefable and Excadrill and Houndstone for Dragon. Bro, Dragonite's not a threat, right? Dragonite's not a threat.
Nah, not to this team.
Too
many answers.
It's the dollar sign thing. Is this a sub? Is it a member? It's that first link in the description, not the Best Buy stuff, but the actual first link as well. There it is. I don't know if you're able to do it though, because you're outside of the U.S. But that's how you would do it. That's what I'm saying. Mienfoo looks good, right? Think about it.
Okay, I'm thinking.
All right, you're done.
Me.
It does, Game Master. Good job. You thought about it.
Thank you, thank you.
But the thing is, I don't even know if predicting the Terra does anything. Like, what does it do? Reverum sets it for free on Clef anyway. It could be Lumberry too, so you can't like Thunder Wave. You could have Encore. That's about it. If I'm Clef, I'll probably run Encore this week. I think
What
I'd
about
have
Bubble Beam?
Ah.
We were with Bubble Beam.
I can see it. I think Clef should run Encore though. I think Clef gives too much setup. I also think you want Magikarp, not Unaware and Sand. Hands definitely gets a kill. It doesn't even have to be AV. Dude's just a nasty mon here. I don't know. I do think this is a little harder matchup for Chimp than he thinks, but hey, thank you, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Call every switch in. I guess you can go for like Will-O-Wisp, maybe a Sepsis, and then that'll let you weaken them down. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you, fam. But yeah, I guess you can go for Will-O-Wisp with Dog, and that'll kind of negate those switch-ins. I don't know, man. That's also why Terrifier Reverum is just so good. Much love, fam. Thank you for the support. Definitely didn't have to. You think defensive mulches can be good? I don't like it because of Arcanine. I don't like it because of Dozo. I don't like it because of Terrifier Reverum. Tinglu can easily just tech Rock Slide on. It's not hard. Can they use Sand Force Drill to break Dozo? They can use Mold Breaker as well. I don't know if Sand Force actually... I guess Banded Earthquake would be cool. With like gravity support. Yeah,
I think also Drifblim has a good time with Terra Fighting too, doesn't it?
Yeah. Drifblim is really strong with Terra Fight. Yeah, Draft is very fun. We just lost the game? Why? Because we used Mienfoo? That's what I'm saying. Like, Moltres is just not good in this matchup. I don't know, man. Every setup mon can run Lumberry. Tyranitar definitely comes, by the way. We kind of just skipped Tyranitar because we talked about Sand, but Tyranitar for sure comes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We implied it, but like
it's implied. If you talk about Sand, T-Tar's there.
Envy screaming, nah, he's just chilling with me in the call. He's screaming with me, but yeah, because Tyranitar just clicking knock is very pivotal. Like, even Bantar ain't even bad. Stone Edge, Sewer Power, or Low Kick, whatever. Get a strong hit.
Bantar's not bad.
Trick, and Destiny Bond Olive.
Look, he said that just clicks looks pretty good too. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Tar's just good as hell. Can't wait to
even
see
a special Tar like with Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Earth Power,
or counter. Right, some random counter sash.
Bro, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Earth Power, T-Tar actually looks really good here. Last move is like knockoff or Rock Blast or whatever.
Or counter focus sash. Feel like counter focus sash? I think it's cool. I think it's cool into like Iron Hands and stuff. I've used Sash.
I think it's okay. Like if you're running Sand,
if only Tinglu didn't need him live, and that's why you run counter and predict the non-rocks, non-every other attack.
I think you're gonna need, if you're running Sand, the Smooth Rock.
Yeah, I think Smooth Rock is best too. Does Iron Hands threaten literally everything? Yes. It's gonna run Heavy Slam as well this week for Clefable, for sure. Maybe even a Shuckleberry. Maybe a
Shuka.
Nice Shuka. They can run SD Shuka. Yeah, Tinglu's gonna be annoying for the break. Let me tell you how it does, Owen. I lead off on it. They lead hands. They click Drain Punch. I counter. I win. Now I've lost my sand for the entire game, and it's over. I've lost to Rever Room. Good game.
That is GG, actually.
Predictions for what Kyle brings. His first 4 Pokemon. Tyranitar,
Guitar.
Ogerpon, or one of its Terra Captains. That's what I bring. The reason I'm saying one of his Terra Captains is because Sticky Web is unironically good here. Helps slow down Rever Room to the point that extra draw outspeeds it. So that's what I would bring if I'm Kyle. If I'm Chimp, I bring my first 4 Pokemon. And then any combination of the last few. Ogerpon, Arcanine are great. Drifloon's good. Dozo, I think, has to come as well. That's what I do. I think you can bring double water in this game if you're Chimp. I don't think.
Yeah, first 4 for Chimp is really good. I think.
Yeah, Ogre as well.
Dozo makes a lot of sense.
Which is why Vikavolt also helps 8 Shark. Is there any Hazard Growth for Trip? He has Defog on Drifblim. Manual Sandwich Houndstone. That way you don't have to bring the weak Tyranitar. Yeah, for sure. It can wear it down with like... It can wear... Trick will be interesting. I think Clefable can actually run like Trick Black Sludge. But then... The Rever Room,
Sticky Barb?
The Rever Room if it... Sticky Barb, yeah. The Rever Room if it ever tears. Yeah, Drift also... I mean, Driflin can also just run Terra. As well. It has Terra Fight. Terra Fight's really good here. Terra Fairy is... Terra Fight's really good, though. Yeah, that's literally what T-Char's going to do. It's going to knock and go away. I think Clefable's going to come in after and then just baton pass around into giant threats. I think this is legitimately how Kyle's going to play this game. But, chat says 69% Chimpact. Wow.
Ooh.
31% Kyle.
That got close to me. Wait a second. That got really close to me.
There was more votes actually here, too. Will
Well,
be Terrifier Rev Room. I'd bring Terrifier. I'd literally bring. This is going to be a crazy matchup. I'm excited, though, to see it. But I think we're going to end the week 2 Pickems at that. I appreciate everybody coming through. If you missed any part of the VOD, it's going to be there on the channel, so don't you worry. You can watch it back. Leave your opinions down below in the comment section. Also, we have almost 600 people here, 182 likes. Leave a like before you leave the stream. You support me, support Envy, and make sure you check out every single coach down below.
Yep.
Make sure you check out every single coach down below. Please subscribe to all the coaches. We're going to be watching them for 2 weeks. We got the games coming out on Sunday. It's going to be a great time. So have a great night, guys.
Good night.